Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Code Buddy. I hope you all are doing extremely well and your placement preparation is also going well. So guys, as per I promised that from 1st of September, I will start a complete playlist for your Cognizant preparation. So this is the very first video for round 1, which is communication assessment. As we all know that the very first round in Cognizant is now communication assessment. So in this particular video, I will be telling you the complete syllabus of communication assessment, what are the some do's and don'ts, and I will show you some actual screenshots of round 1, that is communication assessment, that what type of questions you will get and what is the syllabus to clear this round, right? And last year it was an elimination round, and this time it is not yet confirmed that whether it is elimination now round or not, but you have to well prepare for it, right? So that you can easily clear this round and move on to the next round. I will be making videos for next round as well, so stay tuned with me. All right. And if you are new to this channel and find this video useful, then please give it a subscribe and notification bell. All right. So let's start with the very first of all, we will be understanding the procedure, right? So in my previous video, I have discussed about the Cognizant hiring, that it is live, and I have discussed all the details there itself. You can refer the video. I will put the link in the description box, or you can directly move on to the channel and you can watch, right? So the very first thing will be registration. Then the second is screening round. So if you have cleared the screening round, then you will have to arrive for communication assessment, that is called round 1, and it will be conducted online, right? Now here it is not written that you have to clear or you have to not, like it's not kind of elimination round, it is not written there, but since last 2 year it was considered as elimination round, so you have to prepare in that way that like you should not be fail in this particular part, otherwise you will not move further, right? So when you will have to arrive for online assessment, so there will be two parts, aptitude assessment and technical assessment as the round 2. So I will be making videos on these as well, wait for it, right? Then if it is clear, then you have to move for interview. All right, now let's see the procedure of communication assessment, what will be the syllabus. And don't skip the video, because at last I will show you the sample questions and actual screenshots of the questions. All right. Okay, so let's first understand what are the some prerequisites or what is the syllabus of this communication round. See, it's quite easy round only, right? If you just if you follow some instruction, then you can easily clear this round. So communication assessment is a mandatory assessment to further move your candidature ahead in the hiring process. So it will be for 60 minutes and there will be three sections, right? First section will be from reading and grammar. The second will be comprehension and listening. And the third will be speaking. So reading and grammar will check your reading ability and your grammar skills. Comprehension and listening means there will be a paragraph. You have to read this paragraph. Then you have to summarize the paragraph, and so or listening means there will be a AI board, and that AI board will dictate something. You have to repeat it. I will show you what type of questions they can ask. Don't worry about it. And speaking is like there will be some sentence you have to speak. All right. So let's understand one by one that what you will get in these sections, I can say. Though the very first section is reading and grammar. So to test your reading ability and grammar ability, uh, communication assessment usually takes place in Cognizant. So this is the very first section that appears in Cognizant Gen Communication Assessment exam. There are few paragraphs in this section, and students have to go through the whole paragraph and answer the questions accordingly based on grammatical format, tenses and article, speeches, etc. So while you are answering the questions, make sure to be correct with your grammar. Make sure to use correct sentences, correct articles, right? Then only you will get good marks in this particular subsection or section, I can say. Now, what will be the pattern? There will be multiple questions one after another. There will be timer in every question. Once the time ends, the AI will ask you questions, and on your PC mic will turn on, and students have to repeat the sentence with proper grammatical format. So there will be an AI board. So it will ask you some questions from that paragraph. So you have to answer by speaking, right? So that speak will be recorded. And see, if you are Indian, then just use Indian accent. Don't try to be foreigner, like, hey, I'm so and so. Like, this is not needed anymore. You just have to make sure that your speaking skills are good and your pronunciation is good, right? Don't use another accent. You are Indian, just use Indian accent. You don't need to be an USA person or UK person. All right. So there are some points to remember. First is read the sentence or passage thoroughly. You should not skip any line because maybe the next question will be from that missed line. So what you will do, right? You have to again repeat the same procedure. So it will just waste of your time, or maybe you will out of timer. That's why I'm saying that do not skip any line. Read the passage thoroughly. Now the second is do not stress out because of timer. So timer is enough, right? I'm saying enough. I'm not saying that it is quite more. So if the timer is 30 seconds, that means you can do it in 30 seconds, right? So you have to use the timer properly. Don't stress about the timer and so. Okay, do not get confused with tough words. So if you're feeling like there is some kind of long word, just break down these words in your head only, and then you start to pronounce it, and you will be able to pronounce it as well, right? Don't need to worry about the tough words or long words. What happens sometimes is, suppose there is a kind of tough word, so what someone do is just skip that word. So you don't need to do this. Whatever is in your mind, just try to break down the word and just try to pronounce it. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So the next part is comprehension and listening. So in the second section, this section is little complicated section, as well as because the student have to listen to short paragraph and answer the questions accordingly. Now see, here you need to take care of it because an AI bot will dictate the paragraph, right? And AI will speak in kind of US or UK accent. So at that time, just you need to focus, just you need to listen carefully, and you will be able to answer that, right? Sometimes what happens, like, we are Indians and we face some kind of difficulty in understanding their accent, but if you listen carefully, then you will be easily clear this down. All right. Now the next thing is, what is the pattern of this? The AI will dictate a short passage as per I said earlier and short story. Then you have to answer the question at the end of the story. I hope it is clear. Then again, here are 2 points to remember. Pay attention during the whole story. Same thing I'm repeating again and again. You have to be an active listener during your exam or during your interview as well. Right. Now the next thing is grabs the important points. Okay. Now let's understand the third section, that is speaking. So here your speaking will be tested. So this is a final section of Cognizant Communication Assessment where you have to dictate a short essay or passage on provided topics. So there will be some kind of topic. Suppose the topic is given COVID-19. So you have to speak on it like kind of 1 minute, 2 minute like that. Right. So what will be the pattern? There will be a topic on the screen. You will get time to think about the topic, and then you have to detect the whole passage or story based on the topic. And don't forget, there will be a timer as well. Points to remember: use proper punctuation. Punctuation means whenever it requires a comma or it requires a quite gap or a quite break, so you have to break. And if it requires a full stop, you have to give the full stop. If it requires semicolon, you have to give the semicolon, right? Suppose it is written that, uh, hey, listen, please don't go, right? Please don't go. So as you can see that there is a comma. So if you read this in this way, like, hey, listen, please don't go. So it's not the correct way. You have to read it like, hey, listen, please don't go. Are you understanding my point? That you have to take a quite gap here because there is a comma. A comma means you have to take a gap. You have to take a break, a little break. All right. Use of proper grammar. Try not to stammer. Use complete sentences and try not to complete sentence with question mark. Right. All these things you have to remember. Now let me show you. And here are some do's and don'ts as well for these particular sections. So the first section is reading and grammar. So the do's are: go through whole paragraph thoroughly, as per I mentioned earlier. Have a clear idea about each paragraph. Don'ts are: don't cling to difficult words for too long. I have reflected on this as well. Don't be in hurry, right? You have enough time. Don't be in hurry. Otherwise, you will mess the things. Comprehension and listening. Do's are listen to the whole sentence carefully, have an idea of each comprehension, and don'ts are distraction and getting bored, right? See, you have to sit during your exam. So there is no point to be get bored. Speaking is pronounce well and proper grammar. And don'ts are don't be in hurry. Don't forget to use proper punctuation. All right. Now let me show you the actual screenshot. So this is how your communication test will start. So first of all, there will be some speaking tips, right? This screenshot is from the last year paper. So there will be some speaking tips written that here are some tips. Speak at a normal speed like you would during a conversation, right? So don't be in hurry. Just you have to take proper pauses. You have to be in your normal speed. Now the next thing is speed like you are talking to a person on the phone. There is no need to speak too carefully or slowly, right? The next thing is speak at a normal volume, not too loud or not too soft. So you have to keep your volume at like average level, not too loud and not too soft. All right. Now there will be a recording speech sample. So it will ask you to something that you can speak about, right? Like it will ask you a question, talk about something that you are looking forward in the future. So you have to record your voice here, right? There will be a button, you have to record your voice, and there will be a timer as well that till now you have to record your voice. So they will record your speech, and it will identify whether your pace is okay or not, whether your volume is okay or not. So if it requires again, so if it requires that you should repeat because it couldn't hear you properly, so if it will ask you that can you please repeat, so you have to repeat all the things, and if it is okay then you will move forward. Okay, so when you will move forward, so the very first section, that is section A, will be from reading. Right. Now, please read the sentence as you are instructed. So here, an AI bot will instruct you. An AI bot will instruct you. Like it will say, please read sentence 2. So here are 4 sentences. Now you have to read this sentence 2 according to the instructions of that AI bot. Okay, she is going to visit her daughter. So this is how you have to read the sentence. Then you will click on this next button. You will come here, and again there are something, read the sentences as instructed. So maybe in corner there will be some instructions, or again an AI bot will instruct you on basis of these instructions. You have to read these statements. Suppose this time it is asking for read sentence 2, 3 and 7. So you have to read, the nearest supermarket is over a mile away and she doesn't have a car. Now the second is I think 7. Not only are these their vegetables, there is also entertainment for kids. So this is how you have to read out, right? The next thing is B part. Now you have to repeat. So again, please repeat each sentence that you hear. So here AI bot will start to speak out something and you have to repeat. So this time your active listening skills will be checked, that how active you are while you are listening to someone, right? So leave town on the next train. See, this is written here, but here AI bot will ask you to repeat this thing. AI bot will speak out this thing, leave town on the next train, like that. And so, and you have to say in your own I can say in your own accent, leave town on the next train. So this is how you have to do. Now you will press next button. So what you will get? So this is again the part, you have to listen from AI bot and you have to repeat here, right? What you have listened. Sometimes you have to write down here, or sometimes you have to just speak out or just repeat in your voice only, right? Now let's come on to the C section. So C section. Now please give just a sample answer to the questions. Okay. Now you will hear that, would you get water from a bottle or a newspaper? So simple, you get water from a bottle. So you will answer a bottle or from a bottle, right? So what it is asking for, would you get water from a bottle or a newspaper? So you will answer bottle, right? So this is how you have to do. Now let's move on to the next thing. So again, there will be an AI bot. It will speak out something and then you have to answer. So it can ask some questions like, where do you put all your books? on the fridge or on the table. So the answer will be on the table. So maybe this time you have to write or you have to just speak out, right? So the next thing, the D section, sentence build. So here you have to make sentences, right? Please rearrange the word groups into a sentence. So you have to, you will hear this thing, right? You will hear this thing and AI bot will speak out this jumbled sentence, and you have to make it unjumbled. You have to arrange it in your head only, and you have to speak out in the proper manner so that it will form a meaningful sentence, right? So like it was saying, was reading my mother her favorite magazine. So you have to arrange all these jumbled words in your head, and you have to speak out the correct word in such a way that my mother was reading her favorite magazine. So it's quite tough. I'm not saying tough, it's quite complicated rather than others. If you are comparing from others, so yes, it's quite complicated, but you have to do it, right? So when you will press enter, so you will move forward, and here your sentence building skills will be checked. Make sure a sentence using the word groups. Okay, so there will be some jumbled words, and you have to make a meaningful sentence, and you have to write down that sentence here. All right, I hope it is clear. Now the next part can be storytelling, right? So you will hear a short story. You will have 30 seconds or sometimes 45 seconds as well to retell the story. So an AI bot will tell you a story or a short story or a passage. You have to narrate this story in your own way within the time span, right? Try to retell as much as of the story as you can, including the situations, characters, actions, and ending. So suppose AI bot told you the story about a thirsty crow. Like there was a crow who was thirsty in the summer, so he was running here and there. So so you have to narrate this story in your own way, and you have to speak out this story, not writing. Speak out your story, and you have to repeat this thing, and then you will submit, right? Guys, see why I'm saying again and again. Make sure to use the proper volume, right? You should not speak too loud. You should not speak too slow. Just an average voice will be okay. And take proper pauses, and make sure to pronounce it well. And your grammar should be good, right? The next thing is story retelling. Again, retell the story in your own words. So you have to retell the story, right? And one more thing, there can be one more section if so. So in that, what you will get, you will be having a paragraph, and it will ask you some questions based on this paragraph. So you just reading comprehension kind of things. So maybe it can happen or it cannot. So this is just a possibility. So this is how you have to proceed. Right. Now there are some mandatory prerequisites for a communication assessment, and this screenshot is from Cognizant only. Cognizant that I showed in my previous video, na, the complete notification that is coming from Cognizant. So this is screenshot from there itself. Mandatory prerequisites. Complete the mandatory audio quality check to ensure audio quality of the device, because most of the times students got rejection because of this audio quality check, right? And familiarize with the test environment. Recommend using the same device for final assessment. All right. Check out this link to understand. The students in whose colleges Cognizant has sent the notification that it is coming for hiring. So they have sent, there is a link. So you can check the link. Okay. Now install MSB. There are some precautions or prerequisites you have to take care of. So in your college, if Cognizant is hiring, then you have to take the screenshot of this, and you have to take care all of these important points, right? Perform audio quality check. See, they are also saying audio quality check or audio quality check because it's a common issue with everyone. So make sure to check it, and do not press F5 or refresh during the assessment. Otherwise, you will out from the assessment, and only one attempt is allowed in your assessment. So make sure to take a note of it. Right. Here are some do's from the Cognizant itself. Take the assessment in a quiet and well-lit space. So make sure that there is no kind of background noise, or there is no kind of whispering noise from your friends, etc. Speak loudly and clearly following on your instruction. Loudly doesn't mean that you have to shout out, right? You have to shout out. No, it's not mean like that. But uh, you have to manage your volume, that the speaker, the receiver can understand you what you are saying, and you have to use all the instructions. You have to follow all the instructions that are written on your screen. Place the mic 2-3 inches away to one side of the mouth. If you are using the inline mic, then please hold the mouthpiece using cord. Right? Inline mic means if you are use wired mic, so hold the cord in your hand only, and you have to keep the mic like in this way. 2-3 inches gap should be there, and you have to speak out. Conduct assessment fairly. Please note that toggling between screen will be considered malpractice. So if you are trying to toggling the screen, so it will be considered as malpractice, and malpractice is not considered genuine, so you will be out from the assessment, right? So test your webcam beforehand and adjust as needed. Adjust indoor lighting and camera angle to make sure your face is clearly visible at all times. The background should be plain, preferably white. Avoid photos, pictures, curtains, cloths, and decorations as a backdrop. Okay, complete the assessment in one sitting. So you should not move here and there. Just sit down at one place, and all these are the don'ts. And here are some don'ts as well. Sit in a location with any background noise or echo. So this comes under in the category of don'ts, right? Have a third person present during the test. You should avoid having the third person who is present during the test. Use the computer mic or touch the headphone mic while answering questions, right? So when you are answering the question, you have to use the mic properly. Change the mic position and settings like volume control while speaking. So when you are speaking, just make sure that your mic is on the correct position, that it should grab your voice completely, right? There should not be any gap in your voice. Okay, so zero tolerance for malpractice. You can see here, if you are doing any kind of, I can say, malpractice, or the activity that is not being considered a good or genuine, so you will out from the assessment. All right, I hope all the things are clear to you, and with the help of these simple questions, now you have the idea that okay, what type of questions there will be in communication round. And for that, I just know any kind of like any more videos are needed, but still if you think, then you can let me know in the comment section. I will try to make out with new videos, but now I'm planning to make videos for round 2 because this is more necessary, right? So I hope all the things clear to you, and thank you for watching. And if you found this video useful, then please make sure to subscribe the channel. And if you guys are preparing for Accenture, then on my channel there are 80 videos related to Accenture. You can have a look on this. So yeah, let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.